Okay, hi Juliana. So the first thing we're going to do is practice abdominal breathing. So I want you to put one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest. And I want you to breathe in through your nose. And when you do that, feel your belly expand and push into your hand. And then breathe out like you're blowing out a candle like this. Does that make sense? Good. And you did a good job of pushing your stomach into your hand and then feeling it flatten when you blow.
How many of those do I do?
We would do that 3 to 5 times.
Okay.
Now, since you're already laying here, we're going to practice pelvic tilts. So what I want you to do is use your stomach muscles to practice like tilting your hips kind of up, like that. And you want to think about pressing your lower back into the bed with my hand down here, okay? So go ahead and try that. Good. And relax. And we would also do that 3 to 5 times. Does that make sense? Okay, so that's a pelvic tilt. And then we're going to do a partial sit-up with breathing. So for this, you're going to inhale through your nose like you just did, expanding your belly into your hand. And then when you breathe out through your mouth, you want to lift your head and your shoulders and reach towards your knees, okay? But you want to make sure you're using your abs and not your neck, okay? So let's try that. And breathe out and reach up. Okay, and relax. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, and we would also do that about 3 to 5 times.
Okay.
Then I'll go ahead and have you sit on up for me. Nice. Allow me to adjust. Okay. So now we're going to work on some neck exercises. So the first thing we'll do is have you do neck rotation. So you're just going to inhale and count to 5. And then exhale through your mouth and come back to the center. So good. So breathe in and look that way. Push hard. And exhale. Come back to the center. Does that make sense? Okay. And when you're doing that, you also want to think about pushing your belly out into your hand.
Make sure I feel the thickness here. It feels like it's more compression.
3 to 5 times on each side.
And it's less
Alright,
compression through
next we're kind of going to do the same thing. We're going to breathe in until our head over. And then breathe out and come back to the center. Does that make sense? Good. So switch your ear to shoulder and breathe out. Good. So we'll do that 3 to 5 times on each side as well. Okay. Next thing I'm going to have you do is called a shoulder shrug. So you're going to breathe in and bring your shoulders up, and breathe out and put them back down. And then when you and then we're going to just have you bring them up as far as you can when you breathe in, and push them down as far as you can when you breathe out. Does that make sense? So these are your shoulder shrugs. Again, 3 to 5 times for each of them. Okay? Next, shoulder rolls. So this one, you're just going to over the back. And that'll be 3 to 5 times. Okay? Next is a shoulder blade squeeze. So you're going to put your arms like this, kind of in like a, what are you doing? You know? You want to make sure that your elbows stay close to your body. And then you want to squeeze these 2 muscles together in your back. So go ahead and try that. Good. And relax. And again. And relax. And again, now it'll be 3 to 5 exercises. Okay, and then next is called the hand press. So you're going to put your palms of your hands together like this. You're going to push your hands together while breathing in and count to 4, and then relax and blow out for 4. While you're pushing your hands together. So breathe in.
For some reason, there's
And out.
there's 3 bases.
Does that make sense? Again, you'll do that 3 to 5 times, okay? So 4 seconds to breathe in and 4 seconds to breathe out.
Does that make sense? So you start.
While you're sitting here, we'll do the wrist exercises, and then we'll come back to the elbow, so you don't have to lay down and sit back up again. But normally you would do the elbow first. It's efficient for you. So the first thing we're going to do is you're just going to take your wrists and do small circles. I love you. Okay, I'm just kidding. How about we do the elbow first? Just kidding. We're gonna do the elbow first. Go ahead and lie down on your back. So for the elbow, all you're gonna do is you're just gonna lay down and then bring your hands up to your shoulders. Good. And then down. And you're gonna do that 3 to 5 times. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, go ahead and sit back up. And then this one, we're just going to make small circles with your wrists. So you'll do one direction 3 to 5 times, and then you'll switch to the other way 3 to 5 times, okay? And then this one is a fist clench, so you're going to make a fist and hold it for 3 seconds, and then slowly open the hand and straighten the fingers as big as you can. And squeeze, and then open as big as you can. 3 to 5 times on both sides. And then last but not least, we're going to work on some finger movement. So you're going to put your palms together like this, and you're going to move your fingers away from each other like this. Does that make sense? One pair at a time. Yes. Okay. And you're going to do each one 3 to 5 times. Okay? Got it. Good job. And then to end your exercise session, we'll have you lay down. And we're going to do that abdominal breathing again. So I want you to put your one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Breathe in through your nose and try and push your hand or your belly into your hand. And breathe out through your mouth like you're blowing out a candle and try and flatten your belly. Okay, does that everything make sense to you? Do you have any questions?
No.
And after you do this, if you want, you can also lay and elevate your arm for a little bit.
Awesome.